Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in the USL Championship. We'll take you backward before we go forward, give you all the news that you need to know. Power rankings, team of the week, what you can vote on, all that kind of stuff coming up here in the shows. But to go backward first, before we go forward, we go back over everything that happened in the last 7 days. Start you back on the 13th. The Miami FC at home with a win over Charleston Battery 1-0. New Mexico United beats FC Tulsa in Tulsa at 1-OK by the score of 2-1 as a plus 125 road favorite. On the 15th, and this is where we get our first match of the week from the West. Red Bulls 2 gets a win, beating Indy 11 at Montclair for only their second win of the season as a plus 210 underdog. And then out west, match of the week, Colorado Springs and Los Dos. A couple of teams chasing after playoff spots. Colorado right now is chasing San Antonio. Everybody's chasing San Antonio. Colorado is the closest. Here's your highlights of Colorado Springs Switchbacks and LA Galaxy 2, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus and YouTube.
So that gets us set for first kick tonight. There's the whistle, and we are underway. Colorado Springs in black, LA Galaxy 2 in those all-white strips. Again turned over, it's Barry sliding this in, Galina, it's off the post and in! An impossible angle, but Mishi Galina opens the scoring for Colorado Springs. He always provides those magical finishes.
It's dictating the game on their own terms. They push you and pull you in a million different ways and then spring into action. Tucked up down into the corner. Cabral wide.
Amo. And it's Haji Berry. Galina bursting down the other side. But here's Haji Berry. Trying to bring it infield. Harvey, now Barry again, picks out the corner. It's vintage Haji Berry. And Colorado Springs has found another goal.
A foul? Absolutely not. Fantastic refereeing, because if you're Carlos Harvey, you're leaning into a challenge.
Here's Barry again. Still Haji Berry, now it's Elvis Amo! Big save, Sanchez! Gonzalez. Is there something in this first half for LA? Salazar! It's a penalty! Got himself on the right side of that defender, in between the ball as well.
Sequences we've seen so far from Los Dos have been from the outside working in.
Dunbar after a brace over the weekend. Dunbar calmly slots it home. That is as cool as you like from the 19-year-old. And
Dunbar most certainly is not. Like he's done it 1,000 times before. The stutter.
Here's Galina, gets around Drac, serves it in, bouncing in! Colorado Springs score a third, and this time it's Elvis Amo. Everybody on that front three with the goal. Barry, Galina, and now Amo, it's 3-1.
Matched up against Mishi Galina, but you can't dive in here if you're Josh Drac. It's a terrible mistake that could cost them their comeback.
Stos, can they finish this one strong? Cross comes in, and all the way to the back post. This one sneaks in. It's Callum Johnson.
Can't gain the momentum to keep up with the explosion by Picasso. This is just a ball knock.
We'll see how much time is actually left in this game. Maybe time for one more Colorado Springs goal. Amo puts it away.
This is really tight. The right shoulder. Does Drac keep him on? Referee says no.
Lamb. And that is the final whistle. It took a little bit longer than we thought to get to this point.
Switchbacks put 4 on the board as a minus 169, get the win, and they try to keep as best a pace as they can, being second in the West behind San Antonio. We'll get into the standings in just a little bit. Busy Saturday. Tampa Bay puts 4 on the board at Loudoun, winning 4-1 as a minus 238 at Segra. Orange County SC, the Miami FC, goalless draw in Irvine. Charleston gets the win over Hartford Athletic by the score of 3-1 as a plus 202. Lou City, and this is our match in the East. Lou City travels to AutoZone to take on Memphis 901. Here's your highlights once again, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
Tim Van Horn are exceptionally well coached.
They are, and both of these coaches are amongst the nominees for the first half running for Coach of the Year in the USL Championship, and rightfully so. These guys are great, and I'm excited for this match. I know Louisville City is without their leading goal scorer, Wilson Harris.
But 901 FC with the turnover. Ownby running for it. Trey Muse on the handle, and the announcement, a minimum of 3 minutes of Miller Lite stoppage time will be added.
And now Malloy has been sent off. Second yellow card for a foul.
Okay, so Segrist is being sent off. That is his second yellow card. So,
I mean, he's still a pretty young guy, right? I mean, he's in his 30s. Is that right? He can't be. He's not 40 yet, is he?
Are you saying 40 years old?
No, I'm just saying.
Fernando.
I'm just saying, is he the Wilfred Brimley of the MLS?
And we'll get a foul called here as Fernando is sent to ground, and a card as well against Dia.
Uh-oh.
And now it'll be 10v10.
Last time Memphis set up around the 12-yard spot. Sometimes they'll go in a little bit closer, but with offsides in play.
As J.J. Greer would say, the fox in the box. Oh, Goodrum! It's in for a goal! Philip Goodrum, his 11th!
Here's another look.
That's world class.
Now, my question is, and there's also, hey, you cannot rule out Corbin Bone at the top of the box, too.
And it's in the back of the net, flicked in by Brian Ownby for the equalizer.
One goes off the boot of Aaron Malloy toward the back post. But you have to give credit to McCabe because he floated in unmarked about.
For Memphis sent off in the first minute, the first half stoppage time. Ownby holds it in, and it's 2-1. Ownby with the brace.
Here comes the ball. It's an in-swinger into the box, and then Ownby, not only does he make...
And now Trey Muse well out of goal, trying to get back into position.
And now he's been sent off for last man back handling the ball. And he's saying it hit him in the chest. But do I think that it was a handball? No.
And there is full time, and Louisville City.
Juice Boxes didn't know what to make of this one. Lou City was a plus 147 in the composite. Memphis 901 a plus 149. Understandably so. That was the result. Lou City gets the big win there, 2-1. San Antonio FC gets 5 on the board as a minus 526, knocking off Atlanta United 2-5-0. New Mexico United and Pittsburgh Riverhounds tie at 1 at the Lab. Oakland Roots at Laney put 4 on the board, beat El Paso Locomotive 4-0 as a plus 112. Monterey Bay and Detroit City, goalless draw at Cardinal, and that one was the draw option was a plus 218. Birmingham travels to Sacramento Republic, gets a big 3 points there at Hard Health, winning 1-0 as a plus 196. On Sunday, one match, Vegas Lights beating RGV by the score of 1-0 as a plus 480 on the board. And then on Monday night, interesting situation involving Monday Night Football with Colorado Springs and San Diego Loyal. This one was set for Torero Stadium, 10 o'clock kick. Before the match, Colorado Springs goes on their social media account and basically, I guess for lack of a better word, they warned their fans about what might be coming and issued a pre-match apology, basically. So here's the wording from the club statement. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks players and staff have been warriors the past few weeks as they fought through a heavy schedule and multiple serious and chronic injuries. The team is once again facing an outbreak of injury and illness after a tight turnaround and will be playing with a compromised team. We covet and value your support as Switchbacks fans as we face another unexpected challenge on the pitch tonight. It would eventually be a 3-0 loss. There was only one substitute on the bench. Kyler Tate was the only substitute. So Switchbacks went with the lineup that they had, and it eventually ended up with not one but two players being sent off because of yellow cards. So Herrera, Ockford, Jarvie, Echeverria, Ingalina, Belmar, Ryan, Lindley, Wheeler, Amo, and Haji Berry played the full match until you had the two that were sent off. So it finished up 11-9, and Colorado Springs would lose 3-0 to San Diego Loyal. It didn't really affect the standings all that much. In the West, we'll get into that in just a little bit. But Colorado Springs, one substitute, and they brought up some folks from Real Colorado as well to help out make that starting 11 happen at Torero Stadium. But San Diego Loyal wins 3-0. Closes the gap between second and third, but Colorado Springs stays in second place in the Western Conference. And that was your look at the week that was in USL Championship. So that sets up our standings. And in the Eastern Conference, Lou City, now at 13-3-3. They've only given up 15 goals all season. They've won 5 in a row. They are at 42 points. Tampa unbeaten in 5. They've won 4 in a row. They're at 39. Memphis with the loss to Lou City. They're at 38 in third. They've lost 2 of 3. Pittsburgh, unbeaten in their last 4. They're at 34 points, ahead of Detroit City in wins and goals scored when it comes to goal difference. Both are at +8. Birmingham Legion at 32 points. They've won 2 in a row. They're in 6th. The Miami FC 7s across the board in 21 matches. 22 goals scored, 22 allowed, 28 points. They're in 7th. Then there's a gap. 22 points to 8th in Tulsa. Indy 11 has lost 5 in a row. They're at 21 points, 19 matches played. Hartford Athletic, they've lost 2 in a row. They're at 16 points. Loud United lost 2 of 3. They are at 15. Atlanta United 2 has lost 2 in a row. They're at 15. Then Charleston is at 12 points. Red Bulls 2 at their second win of the year. They're at 2-3-14 and 9 points. In the West, San Antonio, we mentioned them. They've only given up 14 goals all season in 18 matches. 43 points. They've won 4 in a row. Colorado Springs, they've lost 3 of 4. They're at 39 points at 13-0-7. Still no draws this year in 20 matches. It's either win or loss for Colorado Springs. San Diego Loyal with the win that we talked about against the Switchbacks. They've now won 4 of 5. They're at 37 points. New Mexico United are alternating their current form. Draw, win, draw, win, draw. So I guess next time out when we talk about the upcoming schedule, should be a win. They've only given up 16 goals all season. They're at 19 matches played and 34 points. El Paso Locomotive at 33. Los Dos, with the loss, had a 3-game win streak snapped. They're at 30. Sacramento Republic, they have lost 2 of 3. 18 matches played, though. Remember, they are chasing U.S. Open Cup semifinals coming up with Sporting Kansas City at Hard Health in the near future. They're at 29 points in the last playoff spot. Vegas Lights have won 4 of 5. They're at 28 in 8th. Roots are also at 28. They have the most matches played at 22, and they only have 6 wins. They are at 28 points in 9th. RGV is at 24 points. Phoenix Rising at 7-1-10. They've lost 4 of 5 at 22 points. Orange County SC is at 19 points. Monterey Bay is at 17 points in 18 matches played so far this season. Take a peek at the schedule upcoming in the midweek. Big one, Lou City and Phoenix Rising under normal circumstances, but Phoenix Rising has not had a good season by anyone's estimation, including their own. And at Lynn Family tomorrow, 7 o'clock, it will be Lou City as a -256. Your draw option is a +371, and Phoenix Rising to come from Phoenix and Wild Horse Pass to try to get a win at Lou City. They are a +531 right now as they would be heading on the road. News and notes from around the league. You've got your Fans' Choice Goal of the Week that you can vote on, and it's 5 contenders. Santiago Patino for San Antonio against Atlanta. Brian Ownby against Memphis 901. Jose Hernandez for Oakland Roots against El Paso. Morton Bjorshall for RGV or for Vegas against RGV, and Romeo Parks for the Miami FC against Charleston. Those are your 5 for Choice Goal of the Week. You have until Thursday, the 21st at noon Eastern, to vote for Fans' Choice Goal of the Week, Week 19. Patino, Ownby, Hernandez, Bjorshall, and Parks. You go to uslchampionship.com, click on the links, and you can choose your goal of the week. Also on the board, your power rankings, and we'll focus on the Eastern Conference for most of it. Tampa Bay stays at 1, San Antonio at 2, no real surprises. Lou City at 3, once again, no surprise. Birmingham at 4, Switchbacks up 6 to number 5, and that will probably go down next week. And Memphis 901 down 2 to 6, New Mexico United up 5 to 7, Sacramento down 1 to 8, Loyal stay at 9, Riverhounds up 3 to number 10. In the East, Detroit City is at 11, down 1. Then it's the Miami FC, down 1 to 16. FC Tulsa stays at 18. Loudoun stays at 20. Charleston with a win, goes up 5 to 21. Hartford down 3 to 22. Atlanta United 2 down 2 to 23. Red Bulls 2 up 26. Indy 11. And they've gone without a goal in their last 5 games. 3-game homestand, Memphis, Pittsburgh, and Tampa is going to really figure out what they're going to be this season. But Indy 11 right now in the power rankings, 27th out of 27. News out of Monterey Bay, and it's the retirement of Dallas J., friend of the network here at SDH, and he's going to be taking a coaching position. So there's a really nice video at Monterey Bay's social media, and you can take a look at Dallas J. hanging up his kit and his gloves as a professional athlete, and he's going to be becoming a coach going forward. So very, very cool stuff from Dallas. We'll try to catch up with him, and what we will do is see what kind of spurred this decision on. And Dallas J. very, very proud of what he's been able to do in Monterey Bay. And Greenville posted a very nice video from his time in USL League One. So Dallas J. hanging up his playing gloves and his playing kit and all of his boots and everything, and he's going to become a coach. So very, very cool, and we'll keep an eye on Dallas J as well. So very cool stuff there as well. And also later this week, another programming note in USL Championship. We're going to try to catch up with the folks from USL NOLA and see what's going on there. They're looking to launch that USL Championship team by 2025 along with a Super League side. So we'll try to catch up with them, and we'll see what's going on at NOLA and what their plans are for bringing USL Championship and USL Super League to New Orleans. Upcoming schedule out of the midweek, and it's going to be a very, very busy weekend. That is always the case. Friday night football at Widener, and this is once again coming off of Monday night football in San Diego. Colorado Springs goes back to Widener and has basically 3 days rest. One of those is travel. So you figure Monday night you play, Tuesday night's travel and regen. You've got Wednesday, Thursday to go up against Charleston. Charleston Battery coming to Widener Field, 9 o'clock on Friday night. Very, very busy Saturday. We'll go through it very, very quickly. And then next matches up will be on Wednesday, the 27th. So the rest of the matches here on Saturday. Lock in, here we go. 7 o'clock at Trinity Health, Hartford hosting Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 7 o'clock at the Mike, Indy 11 hosting Memphis 901. 7:30 at Protective, Birmingham Legion hosting FC Tulsa. And remember, Legion have been on the road because of the World Games. First time home in a long time for Birmingham Legion. 7:30 at Keyworth and Hamtramck, Detroit City and New Mexico United in an East-West crossover. 7:30 at Segra, Loudoun United and the Miami FC. 7:30 at Al Lang, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 gets Noah Cobb back after the one-game suspension for the red card 2 matches ago. 9:30, it is at Southwest University Park, El Paso hosting San Antonio FC. Big matchup in the state of Texas there. 10 o'clock at Cardinal in a crossover, Monterey Bay hosting Red Bulls 2. 10 o'clock at Laney, Oakland Roots hosting Vegas Lights. 10 o'clock at Torero, it is San Diego Loyal and RGV. So you have the Toros at Torero taking on San Diego Loyal. 10:30, Dignity Health Sports Park, Los Dos in Orange County. 10:30 at Wild Horse Pass, Phoenix Rising in Sacramento Republic. A lot of great late action in the USL Championship. Don't forget, go to uslchampionship.com, and you can get all the information that you need on a weekly basis. If something slips by us on the weekly show, then you can catch up with it there as well. And one other piece of news before we go, Loudoun United's Abdelatif Abukora selected by Egypt's U20. So very, very cool for one of the up-and-coming stars for Loudoun United through their system. But follow along USL Championship on their social media, either on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and at uslchampionship.com. You can get all the information that you need on a weekly basis. So, once again, if you are in market and can catch one of these games in USL Championship, please do. You get to see the quality competition that goes on in the USL Championship close up. If you're in market and you can't, go through your local providers and listen and keep an eye on what's going on with your favorite team in your favorite market there. But if you're out of market and you still want to know what's going on in USL Championship, you want to catch matches, go to ESPN Plus, the home of the USL Championship, and at USL League One. Watch the matches, watch as many of them as possible, and you can keep up with everything going on in USL Championship. That is a very quick tour of what's going on here in the USL Championship. Very, very busy week. Busy weekend. Big matches out west in the USL Championship. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the matches in USL Championship.